Most people think wealth is loud, flashy cars, designer brands, exotic vacations plastered all over social media. But the truth, real wealth doesn't shout, it whispers. It grows quietly in the background while nobody's paying attention. The people who are truly getting rich, they're not the ones bragging about it. They're the ones quietly stacking habits that build massive results over time. And the crazy part? They often don't even feel rich yet, because they're so focused on the process. In this video, we'll break down 7 quiet wealth habits that secretly make you rich. These aren't quick hacks or overnight tricks. They're simple daily actions that compound year after year, turning ordinary people into millionaires without anyone noticing. If you're practicing even a few of these habits right now, you might be much closer to financial freedom than you realize. Habit number 1, living below the radar. Quietly wealthy people have nothing to prove. They don't chase recognition. They don't buy things to impress strangers. Their wealth doesn't scream, it whispers. From the outside, you might not even notice them. They drive reliable cars, not supercars. They wear simple clothes, not flashy designer brands. Their homes feel comfortable, not over the top. And that's exactly the point. Every dollar they don't spend trying to look rich becomes fuel for building real wealth. While others buy things that lose value, they invest in things that grow quietly in the background. Stocks, properties, businesses. This choice compounds over years. Most people don't realize how powerful it is to live just a step below what they can afford. Because that gap, the money they don't spend, is what creates freedom later. Living below the radar isn't about deprivation. It's about focus. When you stop trying to look rich, you free yourself to actually become rich. And by the time anyone notices, it's already too late for them to catch up. Habit number 2, automatic investing. Quietly wealthy people know that wealth isn't built from occasional big wins. It's built from consistent action, repeated month after month, year after year. That's why they automate their investments. The moment money comes in, a portion of it goes straight into their investment accounts. No debates, no hesitation, no chance to spend it impulsively. This habit removes emotion, which is where most people fail. They don't panic and sell when markets drop. They don't wait for the perfect time to invest. They simply keep buying, no matter what's happening in the headlines. Why does this work? Because automation turns time into their greatest ally. Even small amounts invested regularly grow into massive sums through compounding. Years pass, and what started as something small quietly becomes life-changing. Most people waste energy trying to time the market, but quietly wealthy people understand the real trick is time in the market. They let their money grow quietly in the background while they focus on living their lives, and that's why they're ahead before anyone even realizes it. Habit number 3, prioritizing cash flow over status. Most people spend money to look rich. Quietly wealthy people spend money to get rich. That's the difference. While others chase the newest car or the flashiest watch, they ask one simple question before every purchase. Will this put money in my pocket or take it out? Quietly wealthy people prioritize assets that generate income. Rental properties, dividend-paying stocks, small businesses or side hustles that grow quietly in the background. They know luxury cars lose value the second you drive them off the lot, but a property that pays you rent every month? That's wealth building itself. This mindset shift changes everything. Because when your money starts earning money, you don't have to work harder, your money works for you. Over time, those cash-flowing assets stack. One property turns into 2. One side hustle grows into a full-fledged income stream, and eventually, their lifestyle doesn't rely on a paycheck at all. The result? Freedom. Not for show, but for real. Habit number 4, relentless tracking of finances. Quietly wealthy people don't leave their money on autopilot, at least not without knowing what's happening. They track everything: income, spending, net worth, investments. Why? Because you can't improve what you don't measure. They know exactly where every dollar goes. They know how much they're saving, how much they're investing, and how close they are to their goals. And this clarity gives them an advantage most people will never have. Think about it. Most people guess at their finances. They assume they're saving enough. They hope their investments are doing fine. But quietly wealthy people have the numbers to prove it. This habit also makes decision-making easier. When you can see your progress in real time, you're less tempted to spend recklessly, because you know what that money could become in 5 or 10 years. It's not about obsessing over every penny. It's about staying aware so you stay in control. Habit 5. Delayed gratification. Quietly wealthy people understand something most people ignore. The real rewards don't come today, they come years from now. Most people want everything now. The new phone, the luxury vacation, the latest car they can't actually afford. It feels good for a moment, but that feeling fades fast, and the payment lingers for years. Quietly wealthy people think differently. They ask themselves, will this decision help me in 5 years? 10 years? Or is it just for right now? They don't deprive themselves forever, but they're willing to wait. Because they know patience multiplies everything. Every dollar they don't spend today gets invested. Every investment compounds quietly in the background. And over time, those small sacrifices turn into massive advantages. Ironically, delaying gratification now means they can enjoy more later. When everyone else is still paying off debt, they're free, traveling, investing, living life on their terms. This patience isn't glamorous. No one applauds you for skipping a purchase. But it's one of the clearest signs that wealth is on the way. Habit number 6. Building invisible safety nets. Quietly wealthy people don't live in constant fear of what if. They know life is unpredictable. Jobs can vanish overnight. Markets can crash. Unexpected expenses always show up when you least expect them. But here's what makes them different. They prepare for chaos before it arrives. While others live paycheck to paycheck, they quietly set aside months of living expenses. They carry insurance, not because it's exciting, but because it protects their future. They build backup income streams, side businesses, dividends, or freelance skills. So if one source of income disappears, they're still secure. From the outside, nobody sees this. There's nothing flashy about having an emergency fund or proper coverage. It doesn't get likes on social media. But when life throws a curveball, they stay calm while everyone else scrambles. This safety net doesn't just protect them financially, it gives them confidence. The confidence to take risks others can't. The freedom to invest aggressively without worrying about tomorrow. The peace of knowing they can handle whatever comes next. It's not glamorous, it's not loud, but it's one of the quietest and most powerful signs of real wealth. Habit number 7. Networking with intent. Quietly wealthy people know something that isn't talked about enough. Money flows through people. Opportunities, partnerships, investments, they don't appear out of thin air. They come from relationships. But here's the difference. They don't network to show off. They're not trying to collect as many contacts as possible. And they're definitely not bragging about who they know. Their approach is quiet, but deliberate. They build genuine connections. They listen more than they talk. They look for ways to add value first, without expecting anything in return. And because of this, their network becomes deep, not just wide. Over time, this quiet approach pays off in ways you can't predict. A casual introduction leads to a life-changing business deal. A relationship nurtured over years turns into a mentor who opens new doors. A single conversation leads to an early investment opportunity that multiplies their wealth. This isn't about being extroverted or attending every event. It's about curating the right circle, surrounding yourself with people who inspire growth, share insights, and push you forward. And here's the best part. When you give more than you take, opportunities tend to find you, quietly and at exactly the right time. Real wealth rarely makes noise. It builds slowly, quietly, while most people aren't even paying attention. You don't have to announce it. You don't have to prove it. You just have to stay consistent. And one day, you'll look around and realize you've already built the freedom you were chasing. If you found this video helpful, give it a like. It really helps more people discover content like this. And subscribe if you want more practical ways to quietly grow your wealth. Now, if you're ready for the next step, watch my video on the unsettling facts about investing, because knowing these truths will change how you approach money forever.